Welcome back, everybody, to the Clown Shoes podcast. My name is Yoshi,
And I am in charge.
and
Somber entrance. To
yeah,
be honest.
we'd like to start off with an apology. We have made a severe
Continuous lapse in our judgment.
I know many of you are upset with us, and rightfully so.
Offended, maybe even.
And you have every right to be, because we did indeed fuck up, and that's on us. You know, we try to do good by the show, and why are you laughing?
Okay, guys. So
Yeah, so some of you might have noticed there wasn't an episode last week. As I was editing it, I came back to finish at the edit, and the file got corrupted, and we could no longer. I mean, it was just lost basically. I couldn't open the file.
2 hours, man. 2 hours of.
Yeah, it was a 2-hour episode, and it was a big one too because we talked about a lot of news, the Switch 2, Minecraft review.
Killing myself. Anyway.
Yeah, so I mean. Obviously we're not gonna just like repeat that episode because we have stuff to talk about for this one also. But we're just gonna speed run last week's episode right at the start, and then we're gonna
go fast.
then we're gonna continue like nothing happened. Is that
Yeah.
good with everybody?
Yes.
You can hear the brushing of your hair in the mic.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm brushing my hair.
Cory Booker had a record of 25 hours and 5 minutes on the Senate floor. He beat a racist who was against civil rights activism.
His name was Thurman. Stupid name. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
He did 24 hours and 18 minutes, and our boy Cory Booker did 25 hours and 5 minutes. Like
Yeah.
King.
And he was protesting, all the shit happening right now. W for New Jersey, the only one they've had recently.
Hard for New Jersey to get out W, but
Zelda movie has a release date of March 26, 2007. 2027. Not 2007. That already came out.
It came out fucking 20 years ago.
Yeah, she's not happy. I'm agnostic.
I don't want it to come out, okay?
Um,
I made a prediction last time that you won't get to see that it's gonna be like a fucking Link comes from the real world to the Zelda world, and it's a fucking whole thing where the Zelda characters come to this world. I hate it when they do
yeah,
that.
it's one of those. You don't hate it when it happens. Never mind. Spider-Man Brand New Day, July 31st, 2026. I like the title. I like the logo.
Yippee, yippee, yippee.
We finally got a release date for Spider-Verse 3 Beyond Spider-Verse.
I'm so happy.
Release date of June 4th, 2027.
Too long from now.
Too long, but it's not 2029, so I guess W's in the chat. Is it going to be good? God, I hope so. John Wick 5 is coming. They're going to haul his corpse off from the ground and make him...
And throw him down the stairs again.
And make... and they're just going to make him do John Wick stuff as a corpse. All right.
Yeah, they're gonna like puppeteer him.
Yeah. Megan 2.0. Special Agent Megan is doing a Mission Impossible.
She looks honestly so cool, so I'm excited about it.
I'm just going to adjust the mic real quick.
Yep.
Okay. Tron Ares trailer. Everything looks good except Jared Leto. Boo.
Ooh, fuck Jared Leto.
We had a Superman preview before the Minecraft movie. Yay.
It looks really good, and I like the way Crypto looks, and he is very silly and nice. I like the way that the Fortress of Solitude looks. I like the robots. They look pretty awesome. They seem like silly little guys, and I like them.
Switch 2, so we have some stuff on here. Release date, June 5th. They haven't changed it yet, but they might because our president's a fuckwit. The regular price is $450. The bundle with Mario Kart 9 is going to be $500. Mario Kart 9.
It's so much more worth it if you buy the bundle.
Yeah, Mario Kart 9 is going to be coming out on the same day. It looks good. It's priced like $90. Boo.
Boo.
It's gonna you do mouse gaming now. Nintendo made Discord for the game, and it's a bad idea. There are gonna be so many slurs.
It's a good idea. It's a really good idea.
We're gonna get GameCube games for the Switch 2.
And I'm pretty sure for the Switch 1, no?
No.
Oh, okay.
They said no.
Damn. Yeah, that's true.
Mario Kart World is an open world Mario Kart game. It looks good. I like what I'm seeing. You can play as the dirt at this point.
You're gonna play as a cow. I'm gonna play as a cow. Moo moo.
Donkey Kong Bonanza. It's a 3D Donkey Kong game, which is basically Donkey Kong Odyssey.
It looks really epic. I like the way Donkey Kong looks. I like his new face.
Yeah, very destructible environment. Woohoo. Metroid Prime. So you can get this Metroid Prime 4 as the Switch 1 version, which probably means it's not going to run as good, or Switch 2 version, which runs as it's supposed to.
Yeah.
You can also upgrade to many games by paying like $20, I think I read.
Something like that.
It might be $10, something like that. But it's not cheap, is what I'm saying.
Kirby Air Riders. Seems good. Looks nice. I like Kirby, and I like the idea of this. Apparently, it's gonna be like more difficult than regular Mario Kart, so I'm very interested.
Yeah. Do you never play the first Air Rider? So
Yeah.
It's just whatever. Sakurai's coming back to do this one. This is what he's been working on. He's not working on Smash, whatever the fuck.
Yeah. Yippee.
The Duskblood. So the guys who made like Elden Ring and whatever the fuck the other one that people like, the Switch is getting an exclusive Souls game.
Yeah. The Skull of Dust Bloods, and I thought it was gonna be Bloodborne, but it's not Bloodborne. It looks interesting, but I'm not good at those types of games, so I'm not playing.
Yeah, Deltarune is coming to the Switch.
Deltarune is coming to the Switch too. The last 2 chapters are coming specifically to the Switch too, and that's why Toby Fox has been holding us by the fucking hair for the past couple of years.
Yeah, so chapters 3 and 4 also going to release that same day.
Very exciting, very cool, very epic. Toby Fox, please release me. Please let me go.
Speaking of being let go, Silk Song, Hollow Knight 2, Silk Song.
Be free of my clown brethren.
You can take your clown wigs off, your clown noses. Keep those shoes on because it's the Clown Shoes podcast.
Yeah. Jacksepticeye, you're free also. Apparently he was waiting for Silk Song also.
Yeah. Did you see his stream? He was wearing a clown.
Yeah. King.
Yeah, it's supposedly still coming this year. We'll fucking see about that. Yeah. Minecraft, is it a good movie? No, it's not good. It's actually very bad, but I had a lot of fun watching it. Yeah,
it's a very fun movie. I like that Jack Black and Jason Momoa are gay and they 69 and have sex in that movie. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, the hardcore style. I didn't expect for them to do that in a PG movie.
Yeah, like he was pulling Jason Momoa's hair and he was like riding.
He was long dick style doing it too. It was crazy. Anyways, it's not a good movie, but don't go with the expectation of a good movie. You should watch it though. It's really fun. It also either go inebriated or with friends.
Yeah. Anyways, or inebriated with friends.
Yeah. I don't remember what songs we picked last week, so we're not even going to do that.
Yep, don't matter.
We did skip one piece of news, but I'm going to fold it into this week's episode. So now we're back. We
still have to talk about it.
Yeah, we're back. And we have a full saga to get through.
Okay. Officially, this is the new episode.
Yes.
This is now episode 11. And that's what we're going to talk about today. We already said that we were sorry, so sorry about the last episode that didn't come out because we didn't get to finish it.
Yeah, I'm going to make like a different file just to make sure that this like saves. I'm actually, I'm kind of worried right now. Let me just make sure this shit's recording.
Yeah, it is. Yep, recording. We're good.
Okay,
cool.
I gotta bump that off of the list. Anyways, you're aware of Mr. Elon Musk, right? Sir Musk.
That guy, yeah.
Yes. Do you know how he has claimed to be pro gamer?
I'm a pro gamer compared to him.
So what was it?
Guys, the joke about that is that I'm not particularly good at games.
Oh, here we go. So I have the tweet pulled up. Let me pull up the tweet, right? So, do people here know who Hassan is? They must, right?
Yeah, I know. Everybody knows Hassan. Yeah. You remember that pretty guy with does the streams?
Yeah. So, also you're gonna need to know who Grums is for this.
Yeah, Grums, that nerd on Twitter who said that he was gonna make a game, but he didn't.
Yeah.
Fucking weirdo.
So Hassan had made a sponsored post by Ubisoft. This claim. You claim to whatever to do that whatever. He said, playing Assassin's Creed Shadows once more. Get it now for gaming. And then Grums, good guy that he is. By the way, this guy's a fucking loser because his Twitter is not on dark mode.
Yeah. Dumb, ugly loser Grums, who's like 65 years old, by the way.
Yeah. You can tell a lot about Ubisoft with how much money they are throwing at a terrorist platforming streamers.
He's talking about the fact that Hassan supports Palestine, freeing Palestine.
Yeah,
which we do as well.
Yeah, we also do. Crazy thing to say. just wild shit to say, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then, our buddy Elon, he chimes in to...
Friend of the show, Elon.
Yeah, Elon, come on the show.
Dude, imagine.
If that idiot acknowledges us in any way, right?
Imagine.
I'm just gonna tweet back at him like, hey, dude, thanks for listening.
Dude, thanks for watching. We're big fans of your daughter.
What was your favorite part of the show? No, yeah, I'd rather have Vivian Musk on there. She's gonna come up in a bit. His son is a fraud. That's what Elon Musk tweeted back at Grums or whatever, right? Replying, whatever. And then he replies again, sellout would be more accurate. Objectively, he's promoting a terrible game just for the money. Now, mind you, Elon Musk is supposedly a man who's made businesses. So he would...
Sure, not made, but
But you would... How do you not know what like a sponsored post is, right? If a company would pay us to like promote dog shit, right? It doesn't matter if it's dog shit. We have to promote it.
Yeah. That's just kind of what you do. You know what I mean? That's like nobody fucking plays fucking Raid Shadow Legends, all right? Yeah. That's just sponsored shit. Like nobody's actually playing
that's what game. I'm saying. What do you mean objectively a terrible game just for the money? Why else would he promote anything? That's what promotion is.
Now, Pokemon the trading card game mobile. I promote for anything.
Yeah, Pokemon Company. If you would promote us, please.
Dude, you can just send me a pack in the game and I'll promote you.
So Elon Musk then gets Assassin's Creed, the official Assassin's Creed account on Twitter, right? Replies to this all, right?
Yeah.
With, Is that what the guy playing your Path of Exile 2 account told you? Just real quick, some Grum shit again, right? He, as a response to that, he responds to Assassin's Creed with an article that says Assassin's Creed Shadows isn't the hit Ubisoft desperately needs, analysts say. You know, whatever, right? I don't even know what website this is. This looks fake, to be honest.
It really does. It's like a fucking fake ass.
That's what
website.
he just like replies with, right? Thinking he ate that shit up. Assassin's Creed then replies to Grums with "Our game is out."
Because Grums, who took like $1 million from people.
he scammed like $1 million off of people.
And didn't release the game that he said they was gonna release.
Yeah, he scammed $1 million people out of. He scammed $1 million out of people objectively just for the money.
Which is crazy.
Why would he do that just for the money? Like objectively, that's bad. But then, so because of this, Hassan has like kind of responded in a way, being like, Elon Musk, if you keep my name out your fucking mouth, I'm gonna get your ex-girlfriend Grimes onto the.
Onto his podcast.
And
onto his stream.
Yeah, and his daughter Vivian, which he did get Vivian onto the stream.
Which was epic.
Yes. Now the whole point of this roundabout thing is just to get to the point that Vivian Musk, a great lover, she was on Teen Vogue, and
Queen.
She's, if you don't know who she is, she got disowned by Elon Musk because she is trans, and
Elon Musk is a cuck and a bitch, and he has no hair, so he's jealous that she has hair.
Yes.
He's bald, and his people bullying people with hair.
Anyway, she had mentioned at some point, I guess Hassan asked her about his gaming credentials, and she had said, her and her twin, I think, her twin or whatever, would be like Elon would make them play Overwatch with them, not to be like a bonding experience or whatever, but for him to be carried by his children in the game.
Isn't that fucking crazy? Yo.
She had also mentioned that she was like 12 at the time.
Like a literal fucking child.
She was like she said that she was barely silver as a Hanzo main.
And Elon.
And Elon was a bronze Torbjorn. Is that his name? Torbjorn main.
And dude, he fucking looks like a bronze Torbjorn. Like, that is what I picture. Because, like, have you seen him from the side? Like, he looks like a fucking.
He looks like a beached whale. You know what I'm saying? Like, have you ever seen those pictures of like, you know how like whales explode when they die?
Yeah. Like right before they explode, they get like really big and white.
Yeah, that's what he looks like. Yeah, but he hasn't blown up yet, unfortunately.
Rats.
Yeah.
No, he's a really bad fucking.
Frankie from the Basement Yard had a really good analogy for it. Do you remember when we watched the first X-Men movie?
Yeah.
He said he looked like the senator.
I said that before.
Oh, you did say that.
I said that before Frankie said it. He copied me.
But,
I'm joking.
But,
I said that in the comfort of our home.
Yeah, there was no like microphone in front of us, so it didn't happen. We didn't exist before these microphones got turned on.
I actually didn't exist because you created me in your basement. Anyway,
so that's where the story ended last week. But obviously that episode didn't come out. I cried for 2 hours. That's fine. This week he tried to prove his gaming credentials again, right?
So embarrassing. Literally, dude. So fucking embarrassing.
So here's my understanding. I'm not gonna. What am I gonna research? Fuck out of here. But he was on his private plane or whatever, right? And while he was on the private plane, he was streaming himself play Path of Exile 2. To be like, look how good at the game I am, right? And so here's the sequence of events that have happened, right? First of all, he has a camera that's the quality of like fucking my asshole. Like,
dude, it looks like he's fucking recording this shit on the Nokia potato. Like,
yeah,
I don't even
he
know.
was recording with my balls, I think. Because like, what the fuck?
Like the richest man alive, and he can't afford a good camera. The fuck,
bro? I have a camera.
Was it a gamer? He can't afford a good camera.
I have a camera right here. That's not like really for videos or anything, but it can. And it's like, it's better than that looked. Like,
obviously.
Like bro, if you even had like an iPhone, it'd look better. What was you using?
100%. Yeah, what the fuck?
So that's the first thing, right?
Crazy stuff.
Immediately his chat starts to fucking trolling him.
Dogging on him, dude.
Like crazy shit. Like they're telling him to kill himself. They're saying like
he has no friends and he'll die alone.
Yeah. They were getting like super specific. It was like one of his baby mamas saying that she needs child support or whatever.
Yeah, it's just like, I know you're rich. Can you please just pay your child support? And that's insane.
Yeah. And he's like trying to like
he's trying to ignore it. He's trying to act cool or whatever.
Well, he blocked like a couple, but it's so many. He's like,
because everybody's dogging on him.
Yeah, it's like people saying he ruined the country, telling him to kill himself, just all this shit, right?
And they're right.
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not.
I didn't say anything. Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly people want him to kill. Allegedly we want him to kill himself.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. We'll sue if you take that as fact.
That is perjury, damn it.
Yeah, that is libel. All right. And what else? So, oh yeah, so he's trying to drown out like the hate or whatever. Also by playing Grimes, his ex, in the background, like.
Which is so embarrassing, bro.
Now, to me,
imagine your ex is your favorite artist.
But to me, it sounds like he's trying to be like one of those. It's one of those moments where he was like, I don't even care about the haters, you know.
Be fucking for real.
And then, so he's still playing, and then at the end, he dies to the tutorial boss, and then he says, "Oh, lost connection. Oh, the connection is lost." Clearly, while he's still on stream.
Lost connection. Yeah, how is your shit still connected?
The connection is lost. Oh no. And clearly he just shuts it off himself.
Also, people were posting like pictures of like the server connections that night, like literally 5 seconds after he logged off, and it's just like it was fine.
Yeah.
No issues there.
Yeah, because he's fucking playing Path of Exile.
Nobody's online. It's just you. You're good.
So yeah.
Also, Path of Exile is like, it's an MMORPG, dude. How are you so shit at it?
But he lost his tutorial boss.
Insane stuff. Like
if you were playing,
if you played this game ever before, there's no way you would have lost a tutorial boss.
It's like if you were playing Pokemon, right? You know, we play Pokemon. We like Pokemon.
Heck, yeah, I'm playing Pokemon. I'm playing Pokemon right now. I'm playing Pokemon X.
It's like if you, after you choose your starter, right? You know how you always have to fight one Pokemon immediately after or whatever?
Yeah.
It's like if you chose your starter and you lost to the Pidgey.
It really is. Insane shit, man.
Like, that's...
And then to be like, oh shit, connection lost. Oh, you're pathetic.
Yeah. Yo, it's so funny. We talked about this last week. I know, like, not to bring it up, but that was really funny what we were saying last time.
I'm fucking dead.
But he's such a loser. And what makes him a loser more than, like, just, like, regular, like, billionaires and shit like that, right?
Yeah.
Is that he wants to be loved so badly.
It's like...
He wants to be embraced by, like, internet culture, being like, yeah, he's just one of us, you know what I mean?
But he never will, because also, like, he could have said, oh, yeah, I like video games, I like playing video games, I don't have a lot of time to play them.
Yeah.
And, you know, like, he could say, I like watching streamers, I think they're cool, and that would have been enough. You're already connected enough to the gaming community, because, like, obviously, like, you know, people can like games and not have played them.
Yeah.
But he wants to insist that he's a pro gamer so bad, and it's so disingenuous. Nobody believes you. You have no soul. There's nothing left. You can't pretend to do it. It's like AI pretending to be a person.
Yeah. It's all the ketamine in his brain also, to be honest. Cause
that dude is coked the fuck out. Like, have you seen the videos of him just...
Yeah, I like his fork sculpture.
Oh my god, he's so lame. Wait, hold on. He's a nightmare gremlin boy as opposed to a pixie dream girl.
No, what do we... Yeah, we said... The opposite of a manic pixie dream girl is a coked up goblin nightmare man.
It's true.
And yeah, I wouldn't.
That's
That's exactly how I would describe him. To be honest, Vivian Moss, come on the show, please. We'd love to talk to you. To be honest,
we'd love to meet up, have a coffee. I don't know, talk about how shit he is.
Yeah.
Talk about your appearance in Teen Vogue. Slade.
Yeah, but.
And how can you manage to look good with blonde hair?
Yeah, not many can do that.
Yeah.
But fuck, that guy's a loser. Jesus.
Dude.
Like, if I shit myself on this show, right, and ate it myself, I'm still not as big as a loser as that guy.
No.
Like.
No. Because at least you're like a person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if you can say something about him, he is not a fucking person.
He's like the epitome of, like, holding too many things in your hands and then, like, tripping on nothing.
Because, like, listen, other billionaires, they're awful, right? They're shit people.
Yeah,
but he's such a fucking loser, dude.
Yeah, but, like, Jeff Bezos didn't come in and was like, I'm a professional basketball player also. Like,
yeah.
He's not...
Mark Zuckerberg, he has a lot of things that he actually does. You know what I mean? Like, he games.
Yeah.
As I've heard.
But, like, he's not, like, out here being like...
Yeah, I'm just like you, person. Ha ha ha. Yeah. I am a person. He's not a person. He's just a weird little robot.
Yeah, his main on Marvel Rivals is Ultron. Like, come on.
He is Ultron.
It's just so funny. I really hope this saga continues. I hope he tries to do something again next week and we get to talk about it.
Dude, you know he does. Like, it has to be the drugs that are keeping him continuing to do this. You know what I mean?
It's really impressive to me that, like, he hasn't killed himself. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I mean, like, I get it. Like, you're a billionaire, but, like, dude, this is so embarrassing.
But, like, because he wants to be loved so badly, like, it's so hurting him, and I love seeing how hurt he is. You know what I'm saying?
It's like that guy who's like, I don't know if you've like experienced this before, but it's like this guy, right? And he's just like best friends with somebody that you know, but like that person's not.
I have experienced that.
And it's like so uncomfortable and embarrassing and unbearable.
Yeah.
Because like I've met people who like, not for nothing, I don't want to be a bitch or anything, but like sometimes you just don't click with people and that's fine.
Yeah.
But like I have like met people who want to like forcibly click with you no matter what.
Yeah.
And like it's just so hard to stomach. And the receiving end of it, I feel like we're all in the receiving end of him wanting to be our best friend.
Yeah, and it's not.
It's so embarrassing.
I don't want him. I want him to be gone from the country and maybe other things.
Allegedly.
Will sue.
Dude, how about this? I'll stream Path of Exile and I'll see how far I can get with it.
Yeah, you probably do better, to be honest. Like,
dude, I've never touched. I didn't even know what Path of Exile was.
We won't show our face. We'll do like a VTuber thing.
Oh my god, yeah, okay. If somebody wants to make a VTuber for me, I'll pay. Obviously, I will be honored. Please, comment.
But, again, yeah, I hope to see more of this because I want him to keep embarrassing himself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is what I like to see him doing, not like destroying our economy and shit like that.
Yeah, he could fuck off.
Yeah, but if he keeps like, because it's like he gets up right and his shoes are still tied together and he's not untying them, because he insists he works better this way.
Dude, he tied his own shoes to pretend that somebody did it for him, to pretend that somebody pranked him, to pretend that somebody liked him.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, like, he keeps getting up and he insists to keep them like tied together, because he's like, no, I actually, this is how I liked him to be tied.
It's just a funny joke. You get it?
Legalized comedy. Oh. Yeah, we also talked about how he's crying that Tim Walz is like being like, yes, the Tesla stock is plummeting.
Tim Walz is like 70 years old. You're getting dunked on by a 70-year-old man.
So funny. Like, Elon Musk is just like, he was like in an interview or whatever. He's like, what a jerk, what a creep. Why would he do that? That's not nice.
That's disgusting. He's blah, 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 blah. It's like he's choking on his own tongue every time he speaks. Also, it's so embarrassing.
Probably also the ketamine.
Yeah, true. He probably has like a big fucking horse tongue in his mouth.
He's probably had horse cock in his mouth too. But, you know, that's neither here or there.
All right. Enough Elon talk. I'm tired of it.
Yeah. We don't have a lot of news. Our big topic of this one, we're going to talk of Fantastic Four movies.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. But we do have one bit of small entertainment news. Now, you talked about how much you loved Angry Birds on our video game episode.
I fucking hate Angry Birds. That movie sucks ass.
And they made Angry Birds 2 like years ago. So I didn't think this was going to... I didn't know this was going to happen. This is very serendipitous and very apt to timing.
We're going through the Great Depression.
Angry Birds.
Oh my god.
Angry Birds 3 is coming in 2026. And they announced the cast. I'm not going to read it to you. You don't care. I wanted you specifically to endure this.
There shouldn't be an Angry Birds movie. Those games were not made with the intention of having lore or anything that makes sense at all. So when you try to put it into an actual fucking like movie, what a fucking mess. And they want to be cheeky and they want to be funny so bad, but it's so fucking bad.
Well, to be fair, we haven't seen the second one, and apparently the second one's pretty good.
Oh, shush. From the ground up, this shit is ass. It never would work. And are we gonna watch it? Most likely.
Yeah, no, we'll definitely watch it.
Do I want to? Fuck no.
No. So I'm going to let you take care of this one, but I wanted you to tell me about the LeBarbie.
Yes, the LeBron James Ken doll. Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is coming because it's Ken's 65th anniversary coming next year.
2026?
Yeah.
But the doll's releasing this year?
Yeah.
Okay.
I reckon they're going to make a couple more Ken Ambassador dolls.
Ooh.
Because it's a new program that they're having, Ken Ambassadors to like inspire young men.
Okay.
Is
there anything like for Barbie, like Barbassadors?
Well, yeah,
and Barbiters?
Yeah, they make them all
Barbers.
The time. Yeah, barbers. Barbie ambassadors, but Ken Ambassadors just works.
Yes.
It's coming for his 65th anniversary. Oh my god.
Yeah.
And he's the first ever Ken Ambassador.
LeBron James.
Yes.
Okay.
LeBron James, the first ever Ken Ambassador. Mm-hmm. And I think they chose him because he has a lot of foundations, especially the LeBron James Family Foundation.
Well, he's also a very successful and popular man who doesn't have scandals under his belt. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's a very positively masculine, role model.
Yeah, he's a good role model.
Yeah, for young men. So I think he's a really good option. I'm glad he's the first one.
The worst thing he's done,
LeBron.
Honestly, the worst thing he's done is do Space Jam 2, to be honest.
It's not even a bad thing to do. Okay, anyway. Moving on. He's looking at me. He's going to kill me. So this one specifically is 1 inch taller than all other Kens.
Do you think all Ken Bastards are going to be like that, or is just him because he's a tall man?
That's because he's that big.
Yeah.
Also, his mold is completely different because his feet are also bigger.
Oh, so they actually like are bigger on the doll.
No, yeah, he's bigger. He's just bigger than all the other dolls.
Or his hands like basketball man bigger? Basketball man?
Basketball man? I'm not sure about that. He is articulated, though.
Fully?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think, like, hands, wrists, like, legs and everything. Mm-hmm. His clothes, he has a varsity jacket that has, like, a bunch of patches that, like, are about his career. Mm. His career throughout, his life.
Yeah. Can you name the 3 teams he's played for?
No. I cannot.
The Cleveland Cavaliers, the Miami Heat, I'm pretty sure, and currently on the Lakers.
Based. Good job. He's wearing a shirt that says "We Are Family." That is for the LeBron James Foundation. Mm-hmm. That they're a foundation that works, with families. They work, trying to get kids to be literate. Mm-hmm. They work with families who need like help with any type of bills. It's like a whole foundation that helps families in Akron.
Akon, the rapper,
yeah.
Rapper. He was not a rapper. He was an R&B singer.
In Akron, Ohio, because that's where he grew up.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
And there's like special events. I'm pretty sure like the Target release that they're releasing April 14th. The Target release, they're going to donate. I think it's like I don't remember the exact amount of books, but they're gonna donate his books, LeBron's like children's books, to like different places, or different kids. Okay. And then there's another hold on, let me see what the place is called. I forget. Yeah. At the Undefeated store on La Brea in Los Angeles, they are going to be selling the things, selling a limited quantity of them, including a few signed by LeBron himself, and they'll be available for purchase on the 14th. But you can you can also buy it on the website. But that's me. The Target store ones are they're gonna be giving out 5,000 copies of of his book, the I Am More Than. Mm-hmm.
Is that that's what it's called?
Yeah.
Okay. And
I think that's pretty epic. It is $75 because it is a collector's doll and it is very detailed. The shoes have like the little thing that he always writes on his shoes.
It's his kid's initials, from my understanding.
Yeah, and it's also usually says like "We Are Family."
We are family.
Honestly, I think it's really cool. Barbie finally doing something fun for once.
Yeah, because you complained about Barbie in a recent episode.
Well, yeah, no, it's because they fired like a lot of their creatives. Yeah, and I hate that. They have released a couple cool dolls, in the past couple months, but it's just like they are so constantly disappointing all the time when it comes to like their Playline dolls. But that's neither here nor there.
What this wouldn't be a Playline doll either.
No, it's a collector's doll.
It's LeBarbie.
Yeah, it's a Canvassador. Yeah. I hope they come out with more Canvassadors.
Who do you? We'll do it at the end. But I was gonna ask you, who do you think deserves to be a Canvassador?
Saquon Barkley.
Fuck, I'd get
My
that.
king.
Yeah, I'd get that.
Jalen Hurts.
Just the whole Eagles team.
Yes. Fuck it. Name more Eagles.
That's Saquon Barkley. Jalen Hurts. Yeah. Jason Kelsey's retired, but that counts. Yeah. Brandon Graham just retired. Yeah. R.I.P. my king. He's not that. But he's the only Eagle who has 2 Super Bowl rings. So, wow. Kenny Pickett, fucking. Oh, I think he got traded in this last postseason.
But not him. He's not an Eagle no more. Point is that
wait, Cooper DeJean.
I think Saquon would be also like a really good choice. He's very epic. He's very pretty. He has the face for it.
Yeah. All the whole no gay shit, but gay shit. The whole Eagles team is fucking pretty as fuck, dude.
They are.
I'd kiss them all. Whoa. Passionately.
Shit.
Except for that one white guy with the bald head. Who's that? Is that Blanket Ship? I think.
Perhaps. That's a funny ass last name. Anyway, the Canvassadors. I hope they sell well. I fear they will, because there's a lot of LeBron fans.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're not gonna sell well because of like doll collectors. They're gonna sell well because of fucking LeBron Glazers.
Dude, a lot of doll collectors are very excited about him.
Yeah, but have you seen LeBron fans?
Yeah, no, I know, but they're very excited about him because he's like a very different Ken doll. Yeah, he's like an ambassador. Yeah. But they haven't had good Ken, collector's dolls.
Yeah.
So I'm happy for the Barbie collector community.
Yeah.
At least you get one win.
No, funny. Like, honestly, I think Jalen Hurts is not a bad option for Ken Basser. He's very pretty. He's just recently became a Super Bowl champion. He also has a lot of foundation and stuff like that.
True.
Yeah.
Saquon.
Yeah.
I think either one of them would be a good option.
They're a 2-pack. How about that, huh?
Ooh, I like that. I don't think they gotta do it.
I want Jalen Hurts though because he has that shiny ass fucking chain. Have you seen like the comparison between like how like rappers have all their chains and stuff like that?
Yeah.
And then one time Jalen Hurts was like in a post game interview or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he had the most sparkling chain with the most like beautiful diamonds I've ever seen, and it really put into perspective how much money like these professional football players make compared to like rappers and shit like that.
Oh yeah, baby.
That shit was deviously bright.
Damn, I wonder how much that is.
Money I can't fathom, to be honest.
I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
What is one piece of jewelry history that you would want to have?
Oh damn. I like Kendrick's Crown of Thorns. That's pretty cool.
That is exactly what I was thinking.
Mm.
I want that thing bad.
Well, do you remember? I think it was last year at the Natural History Museum in NYC.
Yeah.
They were doing a temporary exhibit about like famous jewelry and stuff like that. They had like stuff from like Biggie and like a bunch of other rappers from back in the day. It's just like really cool. I mean, does MF Doom's mask count?
No, maybe. No, I don't think
it's not like gold. It's probably not even silver. It's probably like iron. But like,
it would be cool to have though.
Yeah.
Also, fucking. Who is that guy? That cool ass fucking jewelry collection that recently got sold.
I want. Was it Little Uzi who had the Infinity Stone in his forehead?
Yeah, you want the Infinity Stone?
Yeah.
Honestly, based.
That's what I want.
Real.
Anything else on the LeBarbie?
Go purchase it, guys. It's coming out in
the
4 days.
Well, not a time of release. This will get released hopefully on the Monday, so it's out. Go get it.
Yeah, girls, it's out. Go get it. But they're excited because he's very tall. He looked good in comparison to their dolls. So
yeah,
nice.
You are my sunshine.
I'm happy for you, LeBron fans, as well. I hope you. A lot of people are talking about putting him in the jar. Maybe don't get him.
I think that's really funny.
LeBron fans are a little.
LeBron edits are so fucking funny. I showed you one earlier where it was like an Undertale one.
Oh my god.
Hilarious stuff. Anyways, we're here.
Yeah, we're finished.
The Fantastic Four. Now, the Fantastic Four have had movies.
Yep.
And have they been good?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I assure you, they're not good. Oh my god.
We watched almost all of them. We didn't watch the one from the 90s or whatever the fuck.
Nah. But we watched all of the ones that you guys remember.
Yeah, we watched the ones from the mid-2000s. And then we also watched the 2015 one.
That one was fucking impossible to get through.
So, Fantastic Four 2005.
Sigh.
Yeah. You want some backstory on this? So,
yeah.
In the 90s, when comics were starting to go down because they were it was like a rock documentary, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like they were way up and then they came crashing down. So that's what happened. Marvel went bankrupt basically, as Marvel tends to do. And so to like save themselves from like going under or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Marvel sold a bunch of the film rights to their most popular characters at the time, which, their most popular characters now you would think are like, Iron Man, Thor, Captain America, stuff like that. But back in the day, those were B-list characters. The characters people wanted were Spider-Man, the X-Men, the Fantastic Four.
Of course.
The Avengers were like a C team, to be honest. Like
they are not what they are now, let me tell you.
Yeah. So even stuff like Blade and like fucking Ghost Rider got sold first before them. Like, is that not insane?
Insane.
Yeah. Well, it's insane now to think about it, but back in the day, that's like the characters that were like selling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I always find that like really fascinating. So obviously, they sold these characters the movie rights, not like their actual like comic book rights. It was just like the rights to like make film productions and stuff like that, and also for like not for TV. Marvel still always owned the TV rights for them. So that's why like the X-Men never really got a TV show unless Marvel approved it. And Sony, until I think recently, I think this has changed because of their like conjoined deal with Spider-Man, right?
Mm-hmm.
The only like money they made was from the movie. So like even if they made toys of that movie, Marvel got the money for that.
Which makes sense, to be honest.
Yeah. And there's a lot of discussion of like, should Marvel get Spider-Man back or should they be kept as like a shared thing? I think it's okay where it is right now, to be honest, because I don't like Disney owning everything. But
yeah, Monopoly bad guys.
But every time Sony releases a fucking like Kraven the Hunter or shit like that, I'm just like, give that fucker back, bring him home.
I know.
But then also they make like an incredible Spider-Verse movie, and I'm like, maybe I was wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's whatever. So let's talk about the Fantastic Four in 2005, right? Directed by Tim Story. He directed the Barbershop movies.
That's so funny. Because you know what? Yeah. I like the Barbershop movies.
Did you like this movie?
No. I don't know what happened.
It's you know what? It's not like, I don't think it's like a bad movie per se. It's not bad. It's really boring. It's bland. You know what I mean?
Nothing. You know what? I do hate it.
You know,
you may not hate it. I do.
No, I hate it also. But like, it's not because like I think it's like badly made or anything like that, right? It's just generic. If you were like think of a comic book movie, right?
Mm.
And you would like make the most blandest like plot or whatever. And I know people like criticize like Marvel movies now or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this is awful. Like,
genuinely, yeah.
Imagine 4 people coming together, they get powers or whatever. Now make the plot, boom, go. This is what that is, because it's so nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're not cast great either. I know you like Jessica Alba or whatever, right?
Yeah.
I think she's really bad in this movie, to be honest. And I
like Jessica Alba because she's pretty, and I think she like her aesthetically. She makes a good Invisible Woman. I don't mean any of the performances in this are bad, all of them, except the Thing goes.
Michael Chiklis is good as the Thing.
Yeah, the Thing.
He's really good as the
Michael Chiklis
Thing.
8.
Yeah,
I can't lie.
Yeah, Michael Chiklis is really good as the Thing, but
he's honestly the only bright part of this movie.
Yeah, Ioan Gruffudd is bad, but I never really liked Mr. Fantastic. But I wonder if it's just because of this movie specifically.
He doesn't help.
No, it really doesn't. Chris Evans, I'm glad you got to do 15 more comic book movies because this is not it, Chief.
No.
This is.
I have something to say.
Okay.
This movie is like the quintessential fucking like this one and the other one that comes out like after this one.
Yeah.
It's just like the quintessential fucking like worst way that women have been fucking like represented in a movie ever.
Yeah, because we said this also, but like there's too much of Jessica Alba just going naked for no reason.
Yeah. Listen, she gets her like invisible powers, right? And for some reason she starts taking clothes off.
Yeah. Do you remember?
I don't know why.
Okay, do you remember in the first movie, this one, right?
Yeah.
When Ben's on the Grim or whatever, he stops that guy from jumping or whatever, and then he just causes a 12-car pileup for no reason.
Yeah.
Whatever. But they're like, him and Johnny, Mr. Fantastic and Johnny, are like, we gotta get through, but the cops are here, where they're not letting us through. And then Jessica Alba gets naked, turns invisible to walk around or whatever, right? And then she arrives to like the other side of like the blockade or whatever. And Mr. Fantastic and Johnny are just there. So they could have just walked around without her getting naked.
It's just the fucking fetish. You know what I mean? Like, it's clearly just what that was. You know, like public indecency or whatever. I don't care. That's not even like the point. Yeah, that's bad. But also, like, she has nothing.
She has nothing to do.
She has nothing and she is nothing. Because, like, she's there, standing there, doing jack shit the entire time. Is she intelligent? We don't know. Maybe. She doesn't have a single friend in the world. Nothing.
I don't know if she's supposed to be intelligent because she's like a scientist. Remember, she went to college with Reed and
that
Victor.
Does not come through at all.
No, she's
also like, listen, Mr. Fantastic is the worst son of a bitch in the fucking
He's also
world.
not smart, so I don't know what the fuck
He's
happened.
He's an idiot, first of all.
They just handing out degrees, I guess.
But also, like, she loves him, and she's just... And he just ignores her all the fucking time. He doesn't give a shit about her.
Yeah.
Ever. At all.
Like, part of the idea is like that is like kind of in the comics, you know what I mean? But like, it's not portrayed that way. It's more like Reed's like too focused on his work or whatever, right? But in this one, it's like he's like publicly like ignoring her or whatever.
Yeah, like she'll be like talking directly in front of him, and he's just... Anyway, my work.
Yeah.
Also, like, Doom, I don't think likes her either. Like, I don't think she's liked by
Doom,
anybody.
yeah.
The only person that seems to even give a shit about her, aside from her brother, who barely does,
Yeah.
is fucking is the Thing.
Yeah, he's actually more of a brother to her than like Johnny does.
But like, you know, it's not like in no weird. He's just like he's
No,
nice,
he's
he's polite
protective
to
of-
her,
yeah.
you know. He
Yeah,
calls her
he's-
Susie, and I'm like, that's like the only kindness that anybody does
Yeah.
her in this movie.
Yeah,
entirely.
Victor only sees her as like a trophy or whatever, which,
They never even dated.
yeah.
Never even dated.
Let's talk about Victor Von Doom real quick about in this movie, right?
Awful casting.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. He's supposed to be under the mask anyways. He's not, but
His
you know.
voice sucks for it though.
Yeah, I mean the next one's not better either, but we'll get to that.
No.
He, in the comics, Doctor Doom is obsessed with getting his mother out of hell.
Wild.
He is vain, so that time he got like a scar from an experiment in college, right?
Mm-hmm.
He immediately like makes an iron mask that hasn't like cooled down yet and slams it on his face, fucking up his face more or whatever, right? He's really weird about his mask. This one he just like, didn't he find it like in a pawn shop or some shit?
I don't even know.
But also like his abilities in the comics are he's basically Iron Man and Doctor Strange. He has sorcery and then like also is a genius level intellect. You know what I mean? Like his suit is crazy.
He honestly, in this one, he just comes off like a cocky fucking like businessman and then nothing else.
Yeah, because he has the power of metal, skin, and electricity manipulation or whatever the fuck, and
I guess.
that's enough to knock out all four of the Fantastic Four.
Some fucking how. Literally nothing that he does makes sense. But like, everyone's characterization is shit. The only person that I can like, no, you know what? I just kind of ignore him. I just kind of ignore what the fuck, Johnny. I just kind of he doesn't do much. He's just kind of annoying to Ben a lot. They don't seem like friends in the
Yes,
slightest. You told me they're supposed to be friends. I was like, wait, that ass.
Yeah, because like they're like best friends, those two, right?
But in this, Johnny's literally just so
He's just
fucking
bullying
mean
him.
to
Yeah,
Grimm.
He's just bullying Ben.
It's so sad. Like, it literally, Ben Grimm is going through the worst shit of his fucking life.
Yeah, he looks like a
And
monster.
Johnny's just shitting on him constantly.
Yo, fuck his like original fiance or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, no, it's crazy the way that she reacts to him. Like, I get it. Like, oh my god. But, like, not, like, running away fucking screaming and threatening to call the police. Like, Jesus Christ, you know who it is.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, I understand being, like, surprised, taken aback, etc., etc., but, like, I would not react like that.
No.
That's kind of insane. It just, like... And then the next movie, I just... we'll talk about it in a second, but it just... What happened here? You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Why, like, there's so much...
So
there are stories made for this already, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
so that's
like,
what I mean.
people already made the story. You just have to show it.
it's almost like a bottle episode because they don't leave that fucking building the whole time.
They really don't.
And like Ben, again, he's getting frustrated because they can't fix him or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And but this the other thing, like they're not. The Fantastic Four aren't like particularly like superheroes in the Marvel universe, right? They're more like galactic explorers. They do shit. Like they're not like in the streets stopping crime. That's not really what they're about. You know what I mean?
That's not their job, yeah.
Yeah, but they go out into a doom world and like stop Galactus from eating it, or like they intervene on like Skrull invasions, or they go underground and like fight the Mole Man and shit like that, or they go to the Negative Zone and fight Annihilus and shit like that. Like that's their kind of deal. It's not like we'll stay in a lab the whole movie and then at the end we'll fight like Doctor Doom or some shit.
Was that supposed to imply that they're, like doing research or something? Because the only person that does research in this goddamn movie, let me tell you, it's fucking Reed Richards, and I don't think he's doing much anyway.
Yeah, I also never know what Johnny's really there for in these Fantastic Four movies.
Honestly, I think he's just to look pretty.
Because like Reed's a scientist, right?
Yeah.
Susie's a scientist, whatever, right?
Is she now?
Supposedly. Ben is a pilot, so he's always been like there to pilot the craft.
I don't wonder what Ben is doing. I just believe him.
Yeah, but Johnny, what is he doing in this movie? Like, is he also a pilot? Like,
no, he's just kind of Sue's younger brother. That's literally it.
Yeah, it's really a rough watch. I was mentioning to you also like I hate the music in these movies because it's the most generic. Just imagine like a superhero theme, and like if you asked AI to be like, can you make a superhero theme?
Literally.
That's what they would like spit out. It'd be like bum 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 bada bum.
You know, these movies are disastrously disappointing for me because when I was little, I loved these movies. I didn't know any better.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I have vivid memories of watching these movies over and over again, like a lot, and I come back to them, and I'm just like, nothing happens.
They're
this
tough
sucks.
to watch, man. They're because like Spider-Man 3, right?
Yeah.
I have a very soft spot for Spider-Man 3 in my heart. It was the first Spider-Man movie I saw in like theaters, and it's not like a good one, to be honest, right?
Yeah.
Looking back on it now, like obviously so when I was a kid, I thought it was the best fucking movie ever made, right? As a teenager, when I started getting like better superhero movies like the Avengers and shit like that, that's when I started to turn on it. And it was like, it's not a good movie. But now I look back on it and like so much fondness.
Yeah.
And also Sandman's a great villain.
Yeah, no, that's undefeatable.
Yeah. So but like that came out like as the same year as the next one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but
It's like there was
that
no
still has
care put into this.
Yeah, it's like there's still personality in that. Like there's still like I feel good watching it. You know what I mean? I can watch Spider-Man 3 100 times before I watch one of these ones again.
There was love and there was effort in Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, it has its problems or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But there's something in it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's just
This one is devoid of it.
It felt like they had to make this like the night before. You know what I mean? Before they presented the project.
They just had thought about like the Fantastic Four. They're just like, yeah, these fucking guys, but they didn't think about the characters themselves, and that I think is like the fucking problem.
There's no character. There's no story either. Like, have them fucking fight them all, man. Just have
I
them...
low-key have no idea what the fuck happens in this movie besides like Doom vaguely. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Doom. They kind of do like a Spider-Man thing. There's a moment where like the board's like, we're gonna the company. You know what I mean?
I guess.
But like he's not willing to fall. Like he's not like,
No.
I built this company.
No.
Oh,
He's not Willem Dafoe, babe.
You can't do this to me. You know how much I sacrificed.
I like Willem Dafoe. Anyway,
on to the next one. This one.
one I remember very well.
Yeah, this is probably the best Fantastic Four movie to date.
Which is
Isn't
so
that
bad?
insane? Yeah.
So bad. Oh my god. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm really glad that Ben found that lady.
Oh, Alicia. Yeah.
Yeah, she's
I like
great.
Alicia. That's honestly, fuck these four people, right?
Yeah.
Just give me the Thing movie, to be honest.
Yeah, Ben and Alicia, just them two, just hanging.
Yeah, I just
that's
want
cool.
I just want a Ben movie, to be honest.
What if you know what would be good? They make a romantic comedy about them too.
I'd watch so much.
Dude, I watched it like 3 times.
I'd watch so much.
I watched so much. Okay, Borat. Nope.
I think this one's better because it's doing more things, I guess.
No, I think this one's just genuinely so garbage. You know what pissed me off so much is that we got to see more of Sue, and they still did nothing with her. And they just made her suffer
she's
so
like,
much.
She's like worse in this movie, I think.
Also, they give her this fucking eyeliner that's awful because it's blue eyeliner, and they made her eyes look way bluer.
Yeah, Jessica Alba's hot or whatever, right? But like, why does she not look hot in these movies?
I don't know what they're trying to do. I don't know what the idea was with that makeup.
Also, I never understand why she like. If you look at like Jessica Alba next to Yohan Griffith, right? Nothing against Yohan Griffith. He looks like a fine young man or whatever the fuck.
I guess.
But he looks like donkey ass next to Jessica Alba. Like,
Dude, Jessica Alba's way too fucking hot for this guy.
I don't understand.
And now listen, in Marvel Rivals, I understand why she would be with him because she's hot and he's like, you know, he's got his appeal. Like shit, he's gonna buy it himself. But in this, I'm like, girl, get behind me. Get behind me. There's an ugly bitch behind you. Like, be for real.
He's right behind me, isn't he?
No, literally, like, and I cannot fathom this literal model, like, begging for attention from this absolute fucking loser.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
And he doesn't care about her at all. Like, literally in this movie, they're getting married. They're actually fucking getting married. And he doesn't give a single shit about her at all in any of the time. They're literally, like, he makes this fucking, like, contraption to, like, figure out where the Silver Surfer's gonna be. And he takes it to his fucking wedding. He's at the altar, like, fucking, what it looks like texting. And everybody's just watching him, like, what the fuck? And she's like,
yeah, that's crazy.
Rita, are you serious? And I'm like, yo, I would beat his ass. I'm throwing him off the fucking building. Are you dead ass? You're embarrassing me
that's
now?
Crazy. It's, you know what? I think you'd have a fun time reading, like, the actual storyline of them getting married in the comics, right? Because they have, it's, you know, it's like from the 60s, whatever, the wedding of the Fantastic Four, whatever the fuck, right?
Yeah.
And it's really fun because it's basically a huge crossover between, like, the Marvel Universe. Because you know, obviously it's reported that they're getting married or whatever the fuck, right? Mm-hmm. So the villains are like, oh, it's go time.
Son of a bitch.
It's go time. So it starts like one villain attacks and it's like, oh, and then Thor's there. He stops that one.
Fuck out of here.
And then like there's a different villain and it's like, oh, it's Daredevil. Ah!
That's cute. I like that they help.
Yeah.
But like it's just like, and not for nothing, but like honestly, if I were her, I would just go with the Silver Surfer. Go with him, bro.
Yeah,
just take his hand and go with him.
Yeah.
Because he has way more risk than your husband.
Yeah. So
the way that he cares more about her than her fucking husband. Are you dead ass?
Oh, you seem to be very, very heated about this one.
No, I am. I'm angry as fuck because I remember I was thinking more and more about it. I was getting more and more fucking angry. Okay, listen. I don't know why I remember them doing more with Johnny and that lady at the fucking military base. It
I thought so
matter.
too, but I guess that just didn't happen.
Yeah, no, right?
Johnny has a weird arc in this story where he's like, my powers aren't working, and it's
she's
also
like, it's like maybe my powers aren't everything, but they do nothing with that.
yeah, it's yeah. He kind of like learns a lesson, but like not really.
The only person that had any like character development.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you right now. He didn't learn a lesson because I'm willing to bet my soul on this, right? That if they ever did get a fucking third one, right?
Yeah.
Johnny would have been the same. They wouldn't have changed anything.
No. The only person that got character development was Ben, because in this movie, right? In the last movie, he was begging to go back to like his normal, like his normal ways. But like in this movie, he gets a chance to be it for like a second. And he's like, this is kind of cool, and then he goes back to it, and then he's not complaining about it.
Yeah.
He's accepted who he is now.
Yeah, because
and he's okay with it, and I love that for him.
I told you the director was like, should we cut that out? Because like, is that sad that Ben Grimm has his human form for a second and then he loses it immediately? But like, it's like you made the last one. You understand that it was his choice because Reed could have just made the machine again.
Yeah, at this point he could have obviously, but no, he's accepted it at this point. He knows that it's just.
Oh, we didn't mention this in the last one also, but in the last movie, right? But I think the Thing suit is a fair attempt.
Yeah.
Looks weird, but
it does, but like they did the thing.
But also, if they went like CGI at this time, it would have looked so garbage.
Oh yeah, baby. But you know what? He did his thing. Thank you, Michael Chiklis. You were the best part of this movie as well. Yeah,
the fire effects are okay. The invisible effects are okay.
You know what? I didn't hate the way the Silver Surfer looked.
We'll talk to him about him in a second. But the stretchy stuff is bad.
Yeah. Oh my god, I almost fucking forgot. Right before their wedding and their bachelor party, bro is flirting with girls. It takes him literally 1.0000 fucking seconds to start like flirting with bitches. Literally, Ben Grimm, like a girl, like comes up to the both of them and he's like, "Whoa, I'm leaving." And this motherfucker is getting married tomorrow, and he's like, hey, "Bitches, shit, count me in."
Bitches,
are you dead ass? Are you, bro? Jessica Alba is in your fucking house right now, and you worried about bitches? This is why men deserve less. Yeah, that's right. Come to my new podcast. It's alpha male, but backwards.
No. I'm gonna cut that. That joke's bad.
No, don't cut it out. Don't cut it out. But I'm literally so fucking heated because then she sees him and she's like, "Are you serious?" And that's all she does. Yeah,
but also then she was like, "My bachelorette party was crazy, bro." So I'm just gonna assume the fucking Namor was there, just
clapping cheeks,
just clapping that shit, bro. Freaky underwater style.
But I know in my heart of hearts he didn't do shit at her bachelorette party because she doesn't have any fucking friends. It's just her and Alicia.
Yeah.
Because she only had one fucking maid of honor and it was Alicia.
Yeah. Also, who's at the wedding? Because at the end, right, they have their real wedding or whatever. It's a weird Japanese weeaboo wedding.
Yeah, it's really odd.
Because they're not Japanese.
And also, like, she's just wearing like a half-assed ass kimono. Like,
yeah. But also
not even a wedding
at that wedding, everybody there is Japanese. So like, where the fuck? Like, did you know these people?
Yeah, that ass. Like, did you pay them to come? Why?
Like, what the fuck's happening? That's crazy.
You couldn't have made a transporter for your friends? Whatever.
Yeah. Sue keeps talking about like how she wants like kids in this movie or whatever the fuck, right? Mm-hmm. God, can you imagine how much they would have fucked up like Franklin and Valeria and shit like that?
Oh my god, don't even tell me. Because also like at the end of the story, because she's been just like begging him like the entire time to just like pay more attention to her and try to build this life with her.
Yeah.
And at the end of the movie, she's just like, they got another interruption in the middle of the fucking wedding, and she's just like, "Oh, we have to go." So she just has to accept the fact that she'll never get what she wants.
Yeah.
I hate this movie. I hate Sue Storm. I hate the hell that she has to live in.
Yeah.
Like why?
God. I don't know why. I don't even really know why they brought Victor back. They really just could have skipped that, to be honest.
Right? It was so random.
With the Johnny Storm thing, there's a moment at the end where he's like, "I just need all your powers over there," right? And he basically becomes the Super Skrull. You could have just done the Super Skrulls at some point. Like, you own those characters. Like, you could have done that at some point. You know what I mean? Why the fuck did you do that? Like, it just makes no sense. It's like they're trying to like put stuff in here for the sake of the movie or whatever, right? Let's talk about the Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
He's physically portrayed by Doug Jones.
Yeah.
But the voice is Lawrence Fishburne.
Very good voice.
Yeah, I like them. To be honest, he's a really good part of this movie.
Yeah, I think he might be the best part. Well, him and Ben.
The silver effects aren't bad.
Yeah. I don't like that they said that his powers come from the board.
Doesn't make sense. Whatever.
No.
Well, I told you because somebody had like said this in a video I watched, right? That if his powers come from the board, then when he shows the backstory of like his planet on his abs, that just means that his alien race are able to do that.
He's a Teletubby. He's literally a fucking Teletubby. That's what his planet like fucking is.
Yeah. So Victor's plan is just to get the board.
Didn't they have the sun baby?
Hmm?
Didn't they have the sun baby?
What? In this
in
universe?
His planet?
Yeah, and then the sun baby started eating them. It's like, oh fuck, that's Galactus.
No, you forget. He's a big fucking
oh,
storm.
Yes,
He's a big cloud.
Forget. Galactus is one of our favorite superhero tropes, right? Just a cloud.
Evil fucking cloud.
See Green Lantern for another example.
What happens in that movie? I blocked out of my memory.
Green Lantern. Every person has a humongous fucking head, either CGI or Ryan Reynolds. It doesn't matter. And the CGI is awful. And at the end, Ryan Reynolds fights a CGI cloud of piss.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Piss cloud. Anyway.
Yeah.
I hate that movie. Anyway. This. No, you know what? The Silver Surfer was very epic.
Yeah.
He was cool.
I
didn't like the whole like.
I do like that he just like.
Thing.
I do like it that he just passes through like matter. I like that because there was a really.
I like that he was rising up Sue.
There was a really cool moment where like she puts up a force field or whatever, right? And he just pokes his fucking head and just like, yeah, bitch, the fuck.
Yeah, what's up? That shit was hard.
What's his name from Brooklyn Nine-Nine's also in this movie?
Oh yeah.
He's just playing the same character also. It's Andre Bauer.
Captain Holt.
Yeah, it's Andre Bauer.
He's so epic.
Yeah.
I love him.
R.I.P.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. God, I cannot believe like.
Dude, you know what was really fucking funny?
The first movie must have made enough money to make this, like, right?
Yeah, obviously.
Like, yeah.
But you know what's really fucking funny? And it like they were about to shoot him with a fucking something or other, and it was like a lance or something, and she got in front of him with the fucking thing, and it shot her like straight in the chest. But if like you look, it would have hit him maybe in the leg.
The lance like touches the ground. I'm pretty sure, whatever the fuck, right? Because like Victor throws a lance at the Silver Surfer, and Sue gets in front of it or whatever, right? And like it goes right through her shield or whatever, and goes right through her. And, like, it pierces her heart. It's like, that's exactly where it is.
Yeah. But, like, if you look, she's, like, a foot away from him, and it would have, like, hit his leg.
Yeah. At most, to be honest.
Yeah. If anything, honestly.
Yeah.
It's so fucking funny because she really did nothing to do that.
She
died.
Yeah, she killed herself for nothing. She dies, and then Reed still doesn't seem to care. Like.
No, he's just sitting there, like. You would think like he would fucking like be sobbing his eyes out, because he's like, oh my god, life is so short. I should have paid more attention to my wife. No, he's just sitting.
Or you think he'd like fucking crash out and like be like, I'm gonna be the stretchiest.
Yeah, or something for fuck's sake.
Yeah. Ugh. And somehow this isn't the worst movie.
The one that had the biggest reaction to her death was Ben.
Yeah.
Can you fucking believe that her brother saw her die and she's like, okay. Well,
her brother saw her die and was like, I gotta get like all the super scroll powers real quick.
Yo, do you mind? The fuck? Yo, this movie sucks, man. It's so
yeah, it's fuck.
You know?
Do you have anything to say about this one? Anything else?
Somebody please free Sue Storm from being boring as shit or like just basically a background character or a sexual object.
No.
Nope. And this one, oh my god, say that again.
So this is fantastic for Fanforstic for the for the uninitiated. Now I propose, because we're kind of doing this episode right now because of this movie, because it has Michael B. Jordan.
I like Michael B. Jordan. He's so cool.
And next week episode we're gonna do Sinners.
Yeah.
But
that one where he has a twin brother.
Yeah, it's just him.
Yeah.
This is probably one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
This movie's so ass.
I have watched some garbage. I've really watched some bottom rung.
Chet Hanks in this.
Huh? When did that happen?
I don't even know.
What the fuck? That cannot be true. What?
Oh wait! He's Ben's big brother. He's Ben Grimm's big brother. Yeah.
Bomboclat.
White boy summer. Yo. Oh my god! Friend of the show, Chet Hanks is in this. Oh my god.
This movie, right? is the reason sometimes I'm just like, yeah, movie was like just okay. I don't want to say it's bad because this is a bad movie. This is like the worst movie. There's never been a worse movie than this movie. You know what I mean?
I fear that it might have been, but I feel you, man. I feel you.
And like, so,
It's like they didn't even try.
and that's the thing, right? So Josh Trank, the director,
Yeah.
I told you about this. You know what this guy's made?
Mm.
Chronicle, and Chronicle is so good.
Yeah, that was a really good movie.
And like, and then like he just, and so he made this right after Chronicle, or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there was a lot of issues with this movie, with like him in the studio, basically, right?
Yeah.
So we'll never. I don't think for maybe like another 10 years or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're ever gonna find out what really happened with this movie. Some of the things we know is that things got rewritten and reshot. He would just not come to set, so the assistant director would have to do things instead of him. He had pushed the studio to cast Miles Teller for Mr. Fantastic, and then eventually at some point they fist fought on set.
Oh.
He caused damages to like the house he was staying is because one of his like puppies destroyed a bunch of shit or whatever the fuck. Like $10,000 worth of damages. So I don't know what this dog fucking did.
Yikes! What the fuck?
And
Maybe he pissed on a $10,000 carpet.
I don't know. I really don't know. And so this is like a mess. And there's like ideas, right? So I had told you some of the ideas they had, right? There's like concept art you can find for like a Herbie, right? And like it's like a little android, like, and it has like a ball on like a soccer ball at the bottom.
Yeah.
And that's how it moves, kind of like a BB-8 kind of thing.
Okay.
That's one of the ideas. They had ideas for like these old jalopies, like fucking Fantastic cars, basically.
Okay.
Because his Ben works at a fucking, what's it called?
It's a car junkyard.
Yeah, junkyard.
It's owned by his family.
Yeah, and like even at the beginning, his teacher's like, "Are you still working on your flying car or whatever?" He's like, "No, not anymore." And like, but like that was one of the ideas, like to have like the Fantastic car or whatever the fuck, right?
Yeah.
The other thing was like they were at one point gonna fight the Mole Man and shit like that. There's and also like in the trailers, there's just shit that's not in the movie. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. In
the trailers, there's a shot of like Ben holding on like from a helicopter or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And doing like a drop landing. That's just not in the movie. They go to that planet, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that planet's supposed to be like the negative zone, right?
Yeah.
But the original idea was that they transport to this planet and it's fucked because Galactus is in the process of eating it.
Damn. That would have been cool.
Yeah. And Victor in this universe gets like taken as one of his heralds and he becomes the Silver Surfer basically.
That would have been interesting.
Yeah, that's a really good idea, right? But no. Also, like, speaking of Victor, he's played by Toby Kebbell, so we don't speak on him because he plays Koba in the Planet of the Apes movies.
Yeah, no, that's King. That's King right there.
Yeah.
I love the Planet of the Apes movies. Koba, what the fuck are you doing here?
Yeah. But like the original idea, like, and you can kind of see that in the movie also. He's supposed to be like an internet hacker programmer kind of guy.
Something. I know he has a bong in his office.
Yeah. And his original name is Victor Damyshev or whatever, right?
Okay.
But in the movie, they clearly like, yeah, I can't believe you. Cuts to the paper. Victor Von Doom.
Yeah, no, that was a little awkward. There are so many. Oh my god.
Oh,
Kate Mara's
yeah.
fucking wig.
Yeah, and it changes like the camera's on her, the camera's not on her, and it's a different wig.
It's kind of crazy because like in some shows
that's-
you can tell that it's her natural hair, and then all of a sudden, bam, wig, and it's
Wing.
a bad fucking wig.
Yeah, because it's like
Wing.
it's it's stupidly blonde and shit like that. But
It's bad. You can't even see her roots.
yeah, and like I do like some of the stuff in this. You know what I mean? I like the casting of Michael B. Jordan as like Johnny Storm.
Yeah, he's lace.
And I like I think it's an interesting idea that he is like the actual son of Franklin Richards or whatever, right?
Yeah, and
Sue
Sue's
is adopted. Yeah, I think that's very interesting.
They don't seem to like each other very much, however.
No, nobody likes each other here. Nobody fucking.
No, it's also like Victor is just like a slightly creepy to Sue. He's just a little weird because like she'll just be like, okay, so we have to do this and this and that, and Victor's just like,
Yeah, he's basically
Sue.
like right behind her, just
basically
sniffing her hair.
say, okay, so this is what I have to do, and he's like, hi, Sue.
Yeah, Susan,
And she's like, hi.
I'm gonna doom.
And then fucking bro's back there just like, anyway, he's not even interested in her for real.
Who, Mr. Fantastic?
Yeah.
Yeah, he never is he?
Bro. What the fuck?
At least in the new one, it seems like Pedro Pascal loves his wife.
At least. Dude, You'd have to do some fucking crazy shit to make Pedro Pascal look he's yearning for his thing for his co-star.
Yeah. So
Or
here's
caring about them deeply. He's just that guy.
here's some of the things I like, right?
Mm.
I like that they're younger. How much younger we don't know, because also they're in high school doing a science fair, and there's children there, but they clearly look fucking 35.
And then they get recruited to this university thing. I don't know.
Yes, well, Reed does. Fucking Ben kicks rocks, I guess.
Which is
rocks.
fucking crazy. Which is crazy. Also, he's tiny in this.
I don't mind that idea because I understand what they're like. The idea is, you got a small guy, scrappy young little guy, right? And then he becomes the huge monster, the Thing.
Yeah.
I think that's an interesting idea, but also so. They're making the teleporter or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And that's when, Michael B. fucking the Johnny Storm, Sue, Reed, and even Victor are all bonding together as a team.
Yeah, they're hanging out. They're becoming friends.
Exactly.
And shit. Ben is not there.
Ben's not there. So he has like no connection to the team. And then even after they get their powers, right? Ben's isolated from the team. So there's no Ben in this fucking movie.
They're not becoming family.
No.
That's my fucking problem with this. Like, they are so just like some people hanging out with each other.
They're not family. And it's weird for fucking Marvel's first family. You know what I mean?
And it sucks because like the idea of the Fantastic Four speaks so much to me because I fucking love found family. That's one of my favorite tropes ever, period.
Do you know what came out like the year before this movie? Guardians of the Galaxy.
For fuck's sake, the found family movie. Are you so serious? Are you so dead ass? What the fuck else has Josh Trank done?
Since then, not much. I think he's kind of had a awful experience this, and it's just kind of ruined his career. Because this guy, he could have made something like incredible. You know what I mean?
Chronicle was like really good.
It's so good. This is all he's made. Look at that.
Tim Blake Nelson is in this.
Yeah, I told you. It's the Thing. Yeah, he made Capone in 2020, and that's not good. And I don't know what any of this shit is. This is like probably just, like small movies. But yeah, that's it. Chronicle, this, and then that.
Wow. You know what? Okay. I mean, if he wants to make a comeback,
I would love for him to make a comeback. To be honest, but to be honest, at this point, the only movie that anybody would probably allow him to make is just Chronicle 2 or something.
Yeah. You know what's funny? I didn't think Tim Blake Nelson was a real person for a long time because it just sounds like a funny ass name, and you kept saying it, and I was like, yeah, okay.
You saw him recently, like not even in this. He's in Captain America Fights a Hulk.
I know. I like Tim Blake Nelson.
Yeah.
I think he's cool.
But what else? Oh, so yeah, I like that they're younger, I guess, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Because that takes inspiration from the Ultimate Comics. That's what that is, basically, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I also like that when they get their powers, he had the idea of like this like a Cronenberg kind of thing. So like when you're fucking stretching your arm a yard longer than it's supposed to be, because that's all he's stretching, not much.
Yeah.
But it hurts because your fucking skin's pulling, your bones are pulling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like it that it hurts when you're fucking made of rocks.
And on fire.
Yeah.
I guess Sue got the best,
Yeah, they don't really say that she has like any disadvantage. I mean, she might be blind when she turns invisible, but they don't say anything like that.
No.
So who knows, really?
It would be an interesting idea if she felt like she wasn't a part of the world, if she felt like she was dead when she's invisible.
Yeah.
But no, they didn't have enough, like attachment to this thing to like have any emotional things going on.
No, I really think like Josh Trank tried to make something here, but like
I just think that there were too many issues. This movie was just not like in the cards for real.
No. Victor, shout out to what's his name? Fucking John Flickster or whatever, right? He's a guy on YouTube. I used to watch him back in the day, right? But I remember him reviewing this movie, and he said Victor Von Doom's looked like he basically he's got a bunch of trash bags melted on him.
Dude, yeah.
And it really does.
Yeah.
He looks fucked up, and like it's not like it doesn't look good, you know what I mean?
Nothing in this movie does.
No, and like his powers are so vague because he's just blowing up heads, and then but like why doesn't he blow up the Fantastic Four's heads?
Also, this movie's like so gray.
Yeah.
Everything in this movie's gray as fuck.
Yeah, it made me feel gray. After I watched this, I went to the bathroom and fucking pissed gray.
Get the movie out of your system.
Yeah.
No, but like, it's just so... it's a drag.
Yeah. Oh my god. And the year of our Lord, 2015, we had a blue sky beam.
Crazy shit.
I mean, Minecraft had a sky beam.
That's funny though.
Wasn't blue.
Also Beacon. So they have an excuse.
I guess it's in lore.
They have an excuse. All right. Beacon.
But it's just then they like fly out of like the negative zone or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. And they're like, we did it. And there's a fucking like a hole in the fucking planet that like there used to be something there. You know what I mean? Like,
yep.
like fucking Chicago's gone or whatever the fuck. And
it's like, okay, well, cooked.
do you think, right, there could have been something good with this? Because I genuinely do. I think had, like, Josh Trank made his vision, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if it would have been good.
If they let this poor man cook, I feel it would have been better, obviously.
No, obviously. I don't know if it would have been, like, good for sure, right? I can't really say that.
It would have probably been the best Fantastic Four movie
But,
today.
yeah. But I think it at least would have been interesting. This is just... It's nothing. Like...
No.
It also, like... Who is this, like, for? You know what I mean?
Not Fantastic Four fans.
Because 2015, we're at prime, like... Marvel's in its prime right here. You know what I mean?
That's true.
They're coming off 2 Avengers movies. They're going into, like, Civil War and stuff like that.
Guardians just released.
Yeah.
And everybody loved Guardians.
Yeah, like, Guardians came... Like, Marvel made us care about a raccoon in a fucking tree. So, like, if you can't make us give a fuck about the original Marvel's first family, how do you fuck that up? You know what I mean?
Literally the most lovable group of fucking people. Deadass.
Like,
Deadass.
And, like, look, just real quick about the new one that's coming up, right? I don't know if it'll be good. It could be completely bad, right?
I am in the school that I think it will be really good.
But here's the thing, right? It doesn't matter if it is a bad movie, right?
Yeah.
It would have to be the worst fucking piece of garbage in history for it to be any worse of these last 3.
Yeah. Because these are fucking...
They would literally have to intentionally make it bad.
Yeah.
For it to be
Because the casting, I'm there, man.
Casting,
the fucking... Dude, the Thing looks incredible.
Casting alone, this movie is already won. You know what I mean?
Deadass.
And look, nothing against this cast because Miles Teller made Whiplash. I can't, like...
Miles Teller's a king.
Michael B. Jordan,
love him.
I'm so happy that he had fucking Creed ready and lined up this year to do. Because otherwise, this could have been the end of his career.
I trust Michael B. Jordan with my life.
Yeah.
So...
I don't really know what Kate Mara's done, and I don't know what Jamie Bell did.
I don't think she was right for Sue.
I like Vanessa Kirby, who they cast now. But, like, I feel like a lot of the things, like, for casting, right, who, like, Sue Storm just is, like, it's just a woman in these movies, to be honest. Like,
She's just a pretty, like, intelligent girl.
yeah, but they don't portray that. They don't do anything with Sue, ever.
No. So I'm hoping.
You know what they tried to do in this movie? They were like, oh, she has a beautiful mind kind of bullshit going on. She has to listen to music and figures out patterns or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
All these kids are just autistic. That's the whole thing. That's the whole movie. There you go.
Yeah, so am I. I don't get fucking radiation powers.
That's the thing. Just like a group of autistic teens.
You know what? I'm autistic, and, like, I'm more interesting than any of these fuckers.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm boring. All right? I'm boring.
I guess Doom smokes weed and fucking plays video games. I guess something that he does. But, like,
Does he, though? Because remember when he, like, came up to his, like, place or whatever?
Yeah.
He's just standing there just...
Nobody's a person in this movie,
No.
all right? Nobody's a person.
Ugh. I don't mind the Thing CGI also, by the way. I think it's a fair shot.
Yeah.
Put some pants on, though.
Yeah. It's sad that he doesn't get to be around, everybody.
No,
he
doesn't feel like any part of the team or whatever.
I understand why he would be more resentful in this situation because, like, that
Yeah.
ass they pulled him over here to do this, and now he's, like, destroyed for life. Like, that's fucked.
Yeah. And also Reed doesn't care again. Like...
He doesn't care about a single fucking thing in this movie.
And Johnny's so mean at the end, remember? Like, it's like, what are they going to call you? The thing nobody wanted? You met him, like, 20 minutes ago. Like,
Yeah,
all up.
right? What the fuck?
Like, and I know it's been, like, a year or whatever, right? But all up, you've spoken to him maybe, like, 15 minutes. All up.
You should, like, he should have been in, like, the bonding scene. Like, there's no way.
Yeah, but, like, he's not a smart fella. He's a smart fella.
No, but, like, you know what I mean?
No, I fucked that up. I said smart fella twice.
Fart smeller.
He a fart smeller.
In this one, sadly, he is.
Yeah.
But, like, it would have been so much better if they were, like, he was, like, helping them build this fucking thing and, like, doing things with them.
You know what the issue
like,
is? It's because it's a teleporter. It's not space thing. It's not like because
yeah,
that's
true.
what Ben always does. He's the pilot.
Stupid.
Yeah. Ugh. This movie makes me tired. Also, I never want to see this movie again.
No, I'm glad we won't.
Yeah, this is the last time we're ever gonna watch it.
Because we watched it and preemptively for the Fantastic Four movie that's coming out, and we're watching it extra early because we have a lot of movies coming out.
Yeah, around that time, because you were like, we'll do it closer to the movie, but that July's a big month for us. We have Jurassic World, and then it's Superman, and then it's Fantastic Four, like week after week.
Yeah, so we can't do it any closer.
Yeah, and I want to do this one because this is gonna be the worst of that. I do want to talk about like the other Jurassic Park movies and Superman media in general.
Yeah.
But this is garbage.
Man. Sigh. Anyway.
How hard is it to make these fucking like just give me the rights. I can make a better movie.
The thing about like comic book movies that baffles me, like when they're bad, is that like, bro, you have like 30 million fucking stories that have already been written. You just have to put them on the screen. How fucking hard can that possibly be? Like, there's already stories that are widely loved by fans, and you think, I don't want to see that. Of course they want to fucking see that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They already said that they wanted to see it.
It's crazy when you get like, and like specifically, like even like specifically for like the Fantastic Four, which are loved, established characters who have huge fans, right? Now, I was never a Fantastic Four fan growing up because they weren't in like, I wasn't watching cartoons with them. So I was watching Spider-Man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was watching Spider-Man movies because those are, fuck Tobey Maguire or whatever, whatever you might think of that guy. He hasn't done anything wrong. He's just boring.
He's a weird little bug. No hate to him, but
he looks like a frog. I think that's what James Franco said.
That's so mean.
But those movies are good. Sam Raimi puts a lot of heart into them, and they work well. You know what I mean?
That's the thing. You have to have a single fuck to give about these things. You know what I mean? If you don't give a shit about the Fantastic Four, you shouldn't make a Fantastic Four movie.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, and he does things. You know what I mean? You get things like Doc Ock, fucking Green Goblin. It is like, oh, we're getting Doom again. He has melted trash bags on him this time.
But like, also, I just feel like they're just trying so hard to make like this huge fucking like cinematic thing when you can just make a story. I don't know if people understand that you can just take like a group of characters and you can, like develop their characters and make a story surrounding the things that they do. Like, can you imagine that? I'm
not kidding. Just have them fight the Mole Man for their first story.
Literally, so easy. Just fucking do the thing that they've done before.
Do you know who the Mole Man is?
No.
Let me show you a picture of him because you're gonna think it's so funny that I keep saying that.
The Mole Man. From The Incredibles? The Mole Man from The Incredibles?
Almost, but he's uglier.
Oh, that's hard.
Yeah. Hold on, let me show you.
What?
This is what he is. This is the Mole Man.
Yeah, fuck it. Let him fight this guy. That's so silly.
He's just like a subterranean fucking gross dude who has like gremlin creatures that he controls or whatever.
That's fine.
But just have him fight that.
Oh, Alex Rothart. Just make a like interesting fucking story with him and you're good. Oh my god.
Yeah. But like, don't do Doom. You know what I mean? Like,
if you can't do Mole Man, you certainly cannot do Doom.
Yeah.
So don't do it.
They shouldn't have started with that, to be honest. You know what I mean?
Ridiculous. I mean, you can introduce the idea of Doom, obviously. You know what I mean? Just like,
yeah.
Oh yeah, fucking this guy. This is just the fucking guy. You know what I mean? But like, oh my god, I'm just fucking tired of this. The legacy of the Fantastic Four has been ruined for so many years. I really, really, really hope that this next movie is gonna fix it.
Did you know? I think I told you this a while ago. But because of like these rights issues, right?
Yeah.
They started to like just remove these characters from the comics in general. So like Secret Wars in 2015 that happened, right? Mm-hmm. The Fantastic Four they didn't get their own comic book for years again. I think until they got sold back to Marvel or whatever, right?
Damn.
Like they weren't like dead or like missing or anything. They were just off in like deep space and like they weren't gonna come home for a while. That's basically what was said or whatever, right?
That sucks.
Yeah, and like they also did that with the X-Men also because they couldn't make X-Men movies, so they started pushing the Inhumans, which nobody wanted.
Who the fuck wants the Inhumans?
But like they did things like they created the Terrigen Mist of the Inhumans was killing off mutants or stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And there was like only a few mutants left. Like only even they killed off Wolverine. I mean, they used to have like X-23 Wolverine and like Old Man Logan came over at some point, but like real Wolverine wasn't there. Mm. And yeah, it was just a bunch of stuff like that. But like, this is bad.
Yeah.
At least X-Men movies, some of them are good.
Yeah. Or at least they're fucking fun.
At least they have Hugh Jackman. Like.
No, you know what? At least they have some heart.
Yeah.
Because these have nothing.
No. The music's bad in this one too. It's just
generic fucking, hero music.
When people think like comic movies are bad, this is what they like think about. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Also, that last scene, she's like, "It's fantastic."
Say that again.
Dumb. Probably the best part of this movie.
Yeah. Ugh. Ugh.
Ugh.
I feel yucky thinking about this one.
Yeah, that's fair. Also, they made them like fucking government agents or something. I don't care. I don't
Oh,
care.
I hate when they do shit like that.
Dumb, stupid.
Are you excited about the new one?
I'm very excited.
I am too.
God, please be good.
Again,
please be good.
they
please be good.
they'd have to like intentionally make it worse than these.
Yeah, we have the technology.
Yeah. Well, anyways, that was Fantastic Four talk.
Sigh.
I never want to talk about these movies again.
No, and we won't have to.
Yeah,
Maybe in comparison to how awesome the new one's gonna be.
Yeah, the new one looks good. You know what I mean?
They're wearing nice clothes. They look happy. They look like a family.
The thing looks incredible.
Oh my god, he does. Also, I love the sound of the rocks. You know, just fucking like.
Just when he when he's grabbing his hand.
Yeah, that's awesome. I like that.
Fuck, I just.
Also, Pedro Pascal, thank you so much.
This guy made Chronicle, like.
Yeah, this man made Chronicle.
Anyways, so we're off to our next segment.
What's our next segment?
Hey, give me the aux cord.
Oh, pass the aux.
Give me that oxycord. The oxycortin.
Give me Oxycontin, please. After this movie, I need it. You have your songs picked out and all ready to go?
So, first one I have is Long Distance Call by Phoenix.
Okay.
Then the next one I have is... Oh, I lost it. No, there it is. Satellite by Two Door Cinema Club. I low-key kind of loves Two Door Cinema Club.
Real. Yeah, that's true.
And then the last song I had is Detroit Rock City by Kiss, which I like rock music in general, but I added that recently because I found a playlist called Songs That Are Good to When You're Speeding.
That's so fucking funny. Okay, so I have Party and Bullshit by the Notorious B.I.G. Our Friends Electric by Two Away Army. And Wait and Bleed by Slipknot.
By the Slippery Knot.
By the Slippery Knot.
So yeah, who do you think deserves the aux cord this week?
Me.
It's definitely me. But you can decide that it's me. But it's me. And
Baby girl, be serious. It's me.
Baby girl.
Baby girl.
Baby girl. So yeah, that's it for our episode this time.
Short episode.
Yeah, it's a shorter one. I mean,
I don't want to talk about the Fantastic Four anymore. I want to die.
I feel sick. Like,
yeah, right?
I honestly feel unwell talking about those movies. It's just something in the water.
It drains you.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I hope you have a good week. And
again, sorry for not posting last episode, but it's kind of hard when it's in the garbage. So
yeah. Boo hoo 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 hoo.
Yeah. If you like the show, recommend it to a friend.
Tell your dad.
Tell your government official. And when you call your government official, also tell them to do a bunch of other stuff. Like, yeah. Like, not being a fucking pussy candy ass.
Slade. Okay, also, tell your mom, tell your sister, tell your mailman, tell your dog's best friend, because it's not you, obviously.
No.
Tell the sock under your bed, and tell everybody. Honestly, post it on Twitter along with your coordinates.
Yeah, we'll find you.
We'll find you. We'll go to your house, and I'll give you a cupcake.
Every one of our listeners will find you individually, and we'll do an episode right in front of you.
Yeah, well,
you're not allowed to join in.
No, you gotta shut the fuck up. I'm gonna cover your mouth with tape.
And we'll restart the episode every time you speak. I'll go over, I'll smack you upside the head, and we'll be like, we're going again.
I'll feed you an olive and then tape your mouth shut. And then we're gonna do an episode in front of you, okay?
Yeah, all right. But yeah, if you enjoyed, like and follow.
If you didn't enjoy, like and follow.
Yes. And, yeah, we'll see you guys next time, hopefully, unless I lose this episode also.
No! Okay, bye.
Bye. Oh, like I said, Sinners next week. Bye.